Hi, Jeffrey here with another episode of AutoAlchemy. Obviously, a bit unusual as far as my videos go. Going for an evening walk, and I have a few different things on my mind as I go for this walk. So, one thing that I am considering is this idea that intuitives in general, but most especially people with lead intuition as a function, could really benefit from things like this, from taking walks, from, as the kids say, touching grass. And yeah, I think that can definitely be beneficial for people who are a little more lost in the la land of abstraction. At the same time, well, I should also say that this particular way of thinking really maps onto my understanding of what Jung meant when he was talking about the intuition and the sensing functions. Trying not to get hit by cars out here. So, he often talked about the sensing function as being the reality function, the function that helps you interface with the world as it is, and even be realistic, remain grounded, remain tethered to the world in some significant way. So if the sensing function is accomplishing that, then what is the intuition function doing? Well, in some sense, it is, I suppose, keeping you linked with the activity of the unconscious, spitting up various possibilities, possible interpretations of things, moving away from the reality itself. I'm sorry, this has to be a pretty abrasive moment in the video. So, yeah, somehow intuition is connected with fantasy or some sense of unreality. That's interesting. So, that means that intuitives are, in some sense, missing that linkage with the actual world, with actual happenings, with some sort of pragmatic approach to life. And if you're missing that, if there's a vacuum there, then it would probably be beneficial for you to, engage with the world, put yourself out there in the world, interface with it. So that makes sense in theory, right? But I know this is just going to be a rambling video, but you'll have to live with it. It makes sense in theory, but at the same time, I could almost see a paradoxical reaction, right? So you're an intuitive type, you put yourself out into the world, you have to deal with the nitty-gritty, so to speak, and maybe you have a paradoxical reaction. Maybe what ends up happening is you're so overwhelmed by the various happenings around you that you end up retreating even further into your head as a defense mechanism, even further into ideas that don't have any concrete reality. I don't know. I think that that's also a valid possibility. And maybe you would agree with me. So, I think that's really the main thing that I had on my mind. I was, thinking about this idea that going for walks can be good for a person and can help the mind generate ideas. And I thought, well, that's kind of funny. Like, I think that's true. I think that walks do expose you to things that you wouldn't see otherwise, and those things can set off a cascade of related or even unrelated ideation. And so, so that's true. Walking can enhance cognition in some way. But if it's enhancing cognition or enhancing, in my case, ideation, then it's not actually connecting with reality. So just trying to process that, because I do find that when I go for walks, I do have a tendency to actually get more caught up in my own thoughts, have interesting ideas, and so I'm happy for any of the physical benefits that come with walking, but I am sad that it's not the shortcut or the cheat code that I was seeking as far as mastering my sensation function. So that's that. Short tidbit, thoughts while on a walk. Let me know how you guys relate to everything that I just rambled about. And yeah, maybe go for a walk and enjoy what you see.